So today let's do market structure part 2.
Okay.
Right, so it's not that long, just a short lesson. Any questions so far?
Nope.
So now the normal market structure is like this, right? Higher high, higher low. That's the normal market structure with the normal pullbacks. But then sometimes you have something like this, where this is your high, this is your low, and then you have something like this.
Which is the clear.
Right.
Oh, never mind.
So this is not a range, but this was a normal pullback. Okay, so this does not mean we are bearish. Yes, this one is a type 2 reversal here, but it does not mean we are bearish. Why? Because our high is this one and our low is this one. Okay, for us to say we are actually bearish now, we have to break this low. All right, so this is what you call a minor structure. Okay, or internal structure or small structure, right? All right. So this structure here, this one, okay, this would be what you call our external structure. External, major, big, same thing. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. So this is our big structure, this one. Our major structure, right? Then internal minus small, that's this one. Okay, well, it's actually all of it. Okay, or sometimes we call it a complex pullback. Okay, this is the normal pullback. This one, these are normal pullbacks. These were a complex pullback because a bit more complex. So we call that a complex pullback. So usually when you see a complex pullback, you should need to change the color, right? If you are marking the big structure with purple, then it means the small structure you mark it with blue or another color, because you need to be able to differentiate between the two.
Okay.
Okay. But even though I'm selling here, but this is a complex pullback. Okay, it does not mean that I'm bearish. It's just a complex pullback. Right. For example, this is our odd USD. Right. So price made a lower low here. This one here. Then a lower high here. In the broke market structure here. Price came down, made a new lower low here. This one here. Price goes up, made the lower high of this range. Price came down, and price made a new lower low here. Right, so our new range is this lower high and this lower low. Okay, before all of this is our lower high and our lower low. That's our range. Okay, now this, under normal circumstances, this is supposed to be the lower high, then price goes lower to make a new lower low. Or if it was a reversal, to be a lower high, fail to make a new low, BMS, then price goes up. Okay, or so it will be type 20, they break this high. But we had this structure here. So this is what should be a complex pullback. Okay. This is the small structure inside this big structure.
Okay.
So this is our lower high and our lower low. So this is the whole structure, this one, this is the range. So whatever happens inside, that's our complex pullback, our small structure.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So this will be now become a lower high. And this is going to be written in what? In blue, to differentiate between the big structure and the small structure.
Okay.
Then lower high, then higher low, then BMS, then higher high, then higher low, then there was a small range, then BMS here, then higher high, then higher low, then there was a range again, range, then BMS, then higher high, then higher low, BMS. So once price gets into this level, near the old lower high, you need to stop buying. You stop buying because now we want to see, are they going to break structure or are they going to reverse here?
Okay.
Because you're not sure what's going to happen. Okay. Because sometimes they actually do this. They'll do this, then they reverse. So you want to see whether they're going to break structure or reverse. So here with this example, they broke structure. So now they broke the major structure. Okay, so now it means we are back to marking the major structure. We are back to the major structure. We are done with the small structure.
Okay.
So this becomes the new higher high. In red, red is our big structure. Price came down, higher low. And there was a range. Okay, even though there was an uptrend, but there was a range. Then they break structure here. And then they decided to give us small structures. So sometimes this is our market move. Sometimes they give you big structures. Sometimes they give you small structures.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we had a higher high. And then price came down, higher low. Price goes up, breaks market structure here, higher high. Price came down, higher low. Price goes up, breaks market structure, higher high. And then price comes down here, higher low. Right, and then price, now, this is the way sometimes price is tricky. On this broker here, this was not a BMS.
Okay.
On the other broker that I used, this was a clear BMS. Yeah. Right. So anyway, so let's just use what we see here. They failed to make a new high. So we are still in this range.
Okay.
Then they broke structure here using this low here.
Okay.
This becomes the higher low, then the higher high. Then price comes down to discount, higher low. Then price goes up, fails to make a new high, and they break this low here.
It's a reversal.
Yeah, so type 2 reversal. And which was the lower high to break structure? This one here. And then price comes down, maybe higher, lower low here. Right, price goes up, lower high. Failed to make a new low, BMS, then BMS. So now there was another complex pullback, another minor structure inside this range here.
Okay.
So this would be the lower high in blue, then higher low, then BMS. So it's a type 2 reversal. Type 2 small structure reversal, internal reversal. Then BMS, then higher high. Then they broke the low again here, then lower low, then lower high. Then this was actually a lower low, the other broker, lower low. So even though price came below this major low, but there was no BMS. Just a wick. These are just wicks. So we are still inside this big structure. We have not broken it. So this is all still internal structure, small structure. Then BMS, then higher high. They never broke the big structure. Then higher low in discount. Then there was a range. Then they finally broke the structure here. This is where they broke this right here. That was now the clear BMS.
Okay.
So now we're done with the small structure again. And then this will be the higher high. Then the higher low. Then the BMS here, the higher high, higher low. Then BMS, higher high, then higher low, then break market structure, then higher high, then another complex pullback inside this range here, this one. So this is another complex pullback, another internal structure or small structure, minor structure. So this would have been the higher high in red, the big structure. Then this would be the lower low, internal structure. Then there was an internal range, then lower low, then higher high, then higher low, then they broke the structure here. The big structure was now broken here. So they were done with the complex pullback. And then which was the higher low to break the structure? It was this one. So they broke structure here. Then they made a new higher high. Then they came down and broke the structure again. So BMS, BMS. So now we are bearish. Then lower low. Then price goes up, lower high. Then price comes down, lower low. Then price goes back to premium, lower high, lower high. Could it this is lower high stop hand? They did not break the structure. Right. Then price came down, then they broke market structure here using this lower high here. This one. And then price came down, lower low here. And now we've been inside this range. This is where we've been. The range in discount, range in premium. And they're failing to break the highs and the lows. This is where we are right now. All right. Another example is this one. So this was the higher high, then the higher low, higher high, higher low. Before they broke the structure, there was this low here. This becomes the new higher low. Then the higher high, then the higher low. Then there was a type 1.2 with the wick. Then they broke structure here and also here. So they broke market structure, the downside.
So that's still considered complex?
No, not yet. This is still the big structure.
Okay.
Then they broke structure and they made a new lower low here. So this was the new range, this lower high and this new lower low. Price goes up to premium and made a lower high, a major lower high. But then they failed to go lower or to go higher. And now it was now a complex pullback. So this is now the complex pullback. So the big structure is this one and this one. So all of this, all of this that's happening inside this high and low, that's our complex pullback. Okay. If it was a major, if it was a big structure, it was supposed to be this lower high, then they break market structure here. But there was now all of this. That's another complex pullback. So this would be now a lower high in blue, then higher low. Then there was a range. Then a type 1.2, then BMS, then lower low here, then lower high of the internal, BMS, lower low, lower high. Then this is the way they broke the structure, this one. Supposed to be red. And then they broke the major structure here, right here. That's when they broke the big structure now. So now we are back to marking the big structure. So they broke the big structure using this. So this becomes a lower high, a major lower high. So let's move to the right. So this becomes the major lower high. This one. And this the new lower low. And then instead of us getting a lower high than BMS, there was another complex pullback. So this is the lower high. then higher low, then BMS, then higher high, then BMS, then lower low, then lower high, then BMS. And also big structure BMS here. Big structure BMS. This, so this was the complex pullback.
Okay.
And then this was the lower high to break market structure, to break this low. Then lower low, then they came back up again and broke market structure. So now this, now let me actually put it like this. This was the lower high, and this was the lower low. So this was actually a fake breakout. This one, where they break out of the range and come back and continue the range.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fake breakout. So
I
then
think I saw that some of the fake breakout on the chart that I gave you, the USD JPY on the range.
Oh, all right.
I'll look at it and send the homework later.
All right. So and then higher high, then higher low, then BMS, then higher high, higher low. Failed to make a high, then they broke market structure here. Both of them, they broke the small structure and the big structure. Okay, so now this was now the official break market structure, not a fake breakout.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this became the new lower low. And then this was now the range, this one, the range. Then price goes up to premium to make a lower high. Then price came down. Before they broke structure, they gave us a new lower high here. It was a new lower high here. Then lower low, then price goes up to make a lower high. But before they broke structure, there was another key high here. This now becomes a new lower high. This one. So let me move the charts. Yeah. So this was the BMS. This is the lower high, then the lower low, then the new lower high, then lower low, then failed to make it, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then failed to make a new low, then they broke market structure here. So type 2. Type 2 reversal here.
Okay.
Then, yeah. And then the last part is the EU. Let me look. So we have this chart here. So we're going to use this uptrend here. Bullish BMS, then this is the higher high, then the higher low. Before the break market structure, they give us a new low here. This becomes the new higher low. Then higher high, then price came down, broke market structure again. This becomes the new lower low. Then lower high, then there was no new lower low here. So there was now another complex pullback. Which complex pullback? Of this high and this low. And this was the BMS. So this would be now the lower high in blue, higher low, BMS, higher high, higher low, BMS, higher high, higher low, type 1.2, BMS, lower low, lower high, BMS, then lower low. So then now they broke the big structure. So we go back to marking with red. And then this becomes a lower low, then a lower high, then a lower low, then a lower high, then fail to make a new low to come down here, then break market structure, type 2, then higher high, then higher low, and there was a range here. Then there was a stop point, type 1.2, then they broke market structure here. They made a new lower low here, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then price was just going down. So this was our complex pullback. This one. And then sometimes 4 hour and 1 hour are different. Okay, in terms of what 4 hour, well, the 1 hour can give you more structures than 4 hour. Okay, so for example, so look at this. So there was this higher high. This is a 4 hour higher high.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put these stars, higher low, then higher high, then higher low, then fail to make a new high, then BMS here. Then there was a lower low, then a lower high, then failed to make a new low, then BMS. So there was actually a range here, which is this one. This one.
Okay.
So higher high, higher low, higher high. Then all of this was also some sort, yeah, so like a range complex pullback. Now these are 4 hour structure. So you can see the 4 hour structures, right? Now if you go to 1 hour, you're going to notice that. So this is the same higher high and higher low with 1 hour, with 4 hour. But then 1 hour is this low here before the BMS.
Okay.
All right. Then the same is 4 hour, same as 4 hour, same as 4 hour, but then 1 hour is another structure here. Okay, so you can see now there are differences. So sometimes you can actually trade the 1 hour structure inside the 4 hour structure if they're different.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the broke market structure here. When they broke structure here, this was the 4 hour lower low. But on the 1 hour, there's this lower low and the lower high.
Okay.
You see? So it was a bit different. So lower low, 1 hour, lower high. Then lower low, identical to 4 hour. But then 1 hour is a lower high here. And they failed to make a new low, a type 2 here, which we don't have on a 4 hour. Then they broke market structure. Then a higher high on 1 hour, higher low on 1 hour, BMS. Then higher high on 1 hour, same as 4 hour. Then there was a BMS again on 1 hour. Then lower low on 1 hour, lower high, which we don't have on 4 hour. The only 4 hour structure we have is this and this. Okay, this lower high, then higher low. So this is on 4 hour, this is a lower low, then lower high, then higher low. That's what we have on 4 hour. But on 1 hour, we actually have the higher high here, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, range, then the broke market structure here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how this was different. So sometimes they're different. And you need to be able to even to also trade the 1 hour range inside the 4 hour range. So, but it comes with practice. The more you practice, the more you do the charts, the more you are able to see these things.
Okay.
Another one is this one, this downtrend here. So this was the 4 hour lower low, 4 hour lower high. Price comes down, 4 hour lower low, 4 hour lower high. Price breaks market structure here, 4 hour lower low, lower high, lower low, and there was a range here. All right. So this is the 4 structures. I think you can see it clearly. Right. But then let's go to 1 hour. Now, if we go to 1 hour, you can actually see that there's also this structure here. There's this lower high, lower low, lower high, BMS, lower low, lower high, BMS. We only have this on 1 hour. So this is another 1 hour structure, which you can trade. Okay. But just know that we are still inside the 4 hour structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Fail to make a new low, BMS. So 1 hour is bullish, but 4 hours is still bearish. Then higher high. This is now a 1 hour higher high, but a 4 hour lower high. That was the difference. So this 1 hour BMS was for price to go up and make a 4 hour lower high. And then, yeah. And then price comes down, then the range, then the break structure. Then now this was identical to 4 hour. And then there was now this range here, this range. Also a bit clear on the 1 hour. So there were so many complex pullbacks in here, so many of them. So many. One being this one here, this one, this complex pullback. This was the complex pullback. So the structure is this and this. So all of this was a complex pullback. Okay. So this is how you trade with the complex pullbacks. So you need to be able to identify a complex pullback in a normal structure. Okay, a major structure in a minor structure. So you won't be confused. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
None so far. Oh yeah, my question is, a while ago when you marked the major range or major structure, the higher high to higher low, I know you marked the line on the high, but you used the previous low. Shouldn't be after you make a high, the next pullback will be low.
Which one?
Let me see. Like the
Is
one
it
going up, uptrend.
uptrend? Is it this one or the old one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah, the one on the left side.
Here?
Yes. Oh, not that one. Let me see.
There was old USD, and there was
No,
Euro.
where they broke like 3 of the structure going down. This one right in the middle, right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the question?
So like you know how it went up? Yes, that right there. The uptrend is like right there, it went up. But the lower low that we used was from the previous low.
Right. So here, this was the higher high, right? The higher high,
Yes.
higher low. Okay. Like I said, it failed to make a new high, but like I said, on the other broker, this is a clear higher high.
Okay.
Okay. This was a higher high. So okay, let's just say it's a higher high, then higher low, then BMS, then this is the new higher high, right? So this is so before all of this will be the high, and this will be the low.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Then price came down to discount, made the higher low. Then we want to wait. We want to see if price is still going high. Then they failed to go higher. Then they broke the low. That was a type 2.
Okay, got it.
Anything else?
Nope. I think you answered it.
All right, yeah. So I'll send you the video. Then over the weekend, if you have time, you can do the homework. Still market structure.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, if you see a complex pullback, you change the color.
Okay.
Okay. Don't mix with the major structure. All right. So yeah, I think that's all for today.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. So for the assignment that you've sent, the 16 or 18 chart, I can combine the two, the
Yes.
first and this one. Okay, good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.